It's the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you all the action. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And the Bulls start out with the ball. Outside Pippen. Here's the screen. Rose. Outside Rose. Shot clock at 5. Outside Pippen. The fader. Right side Pippen. And he gets it to go.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Here's Hudson. Pass to Wilkins. Hit it. Nails the run. We're about 1 minute into the first. Now here's Rose. Pass to Jordan. Back to Rose. Knocked away. Lock at 6. Inside. And it's Dikembe with the jam. Here's Rose. Back to Pippen. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Defended by Wilkins. Pippen with it. Comes up empty down in the post.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Hit it. That one goes. Count it.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Here's Chicago. 4-point game. Pass to Rose. Outside Pippen. Just 5 on the clock. Out of bounds. Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. So it's Chicago now. 4 on the shot clock. And the shot is good. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Back to Mutombo. Pass to Hudson. Back to Mutombo. 6 on the shot clock. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100% can't do better than that.
Here's Jordan. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Hudson. Back to Mutombo. Pass to Hudson. Shot clock at 6. And it's Dikembe with the jam. Chicago trailing here. Outside Rose. Outside Rose. Outside for Jordan. And again, Chicago. No good. Rodman down low. The shot misses. Here's Hudson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Outside Wilkins. From the line. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's Rose. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And it's rejected. Now here's Wilkins. Here is Korver. Pass to Hudson. Now here's Mutombo. Good.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Now Pippen. There's the pick. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
The Hawks leading. Here's Hudson. He's been patient so far, nothing out of the scoreboard. And here's Rose. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Stolen away. To the middle. Head it. Here's Mutombo. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Here's Rose. Pass to Jordan. Backing him down. Fades back. And he gets it to go.
Kevin, gorgeous, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
Here is Korver. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Hudson. The offensive rebound. Here is Korver. Tries again. Buries the jump shot. Now here's Pippen. Outside Jordan. Back to Pippen. That's tipped. Stolen by Wilkins. Leads him in there. Korver. Good.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Rose with the ball. Back to Pippen. Gilmore. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass. Getting it done. And Atlanta has possession. 10-point lead. Here's Hudson. Here is Korver. 6 to shoot. Head it. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He's got 6. Now Rose. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Gilmore. Outside for Pippen. Just 5 to shoot. Rose. From about 19 feet. That's good. Here's Hudson. There's a screen. Pass to Wilkins. Here is Korver. Here's Hudson. Mutombo inside. But he stays with it. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Outside Millsap. 5 on the clock. That's good on the jump shot. Here is Armstrong. Back to Love. Here's Sloan. Here's Sloan. For the 3. Shot's good from Butler.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Teague with the ball. Pass to Millsap. Defended by Butler. Knocked loose. Now here is Smith. Clock at 6. And his first shot of the game, no good.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Here is Armstrong. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. This one for 3. No luck. Outside Teague. Chicago grabs the miss.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Armstrong. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Pass to Millsap. Right side Millsap. Back to Teague. Outside Millsap. Smith. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Horford. The stupendous finish in traffic. Chicago trailing here. Here's Sloan. Outside Butler. And he banks in the layup. He has 5.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Atlanta calls timeout. Outside Teague. Pass to Willis. Back to Teague. Now Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Teague left side. And the wing jumper offline.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Here's Sloan. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Butler. Sloan, that's good.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Horford.
Defensive foul.
Smith right side. Poke loose. Here's Teague. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hawks ahead. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one? The Hawks leading. Now Rivers. Outside Dang. Love. Here's Sloan. It's to Armstrong. Here's Sloan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Armstrong. And the Bulls, another 3.
And I just really admire his demeanor and consistency offensively. I mean, he's got tremendous composure and decision-making ability. He makes his teammates better.
Here's Willis. Good. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here is Armstrong. Here's Sloan. Pass to Armstrong. Here's Sloan. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Smith.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Outside, Maravich. Willis. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Here is Armstrong. 5 points in the game. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Fade away. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. Here is Maravich. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change from the wing. Outside Maravich. And here are the Bulls now. They trail by 9 points. They set the pick to the inside. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Rivers. Backs in. And here's Smith. And here's Rivers. 5 to shoot. Outside Maravich. Good on the triple.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
The Bulls making a switch here. And it's the Bulls with the ball. A 12-point game. Outside Dang. Pass to Jordan. Rose. Shot clock at 6. Shot to stop the drought. Shot is blocked.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Back to Maravich. Now Rivers. Missed inside.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Outside Jordan. Now here's Rose. Outside Jordan. Back to Rose. Pass to Jordan. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Here is Maravich. They set the screen. Latumba with the ball. Rivers with it. Now, here is Maravich. With the fadeaway. That drops. He's got 6.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
Clark, they've been looking at a sink offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here is Maravich. He's got 6. Pass to Rivers. Fades and shoots. They get it again. And it's Dikembe with the jam. And here's Rose. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
And here's Rivers. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to Wilkins. And blocked. Outside Maravich. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good. 8 points for him.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Outside Rose. And he drops in the layup off the glass. So it's Atlanta now. Now here's Rivers. Pass to Wilkins. Now here's Mutombo.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Now here's Rose. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Maravich with it. 8 points for him. Now Rivers. Wilkins with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Rivers. Maravich, good.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Now Jordan, he has 6. Back to Dan. The shot will not go. Here is Maravich. He's got 11. Goes up, and he gets the jumper to drop. He's got 13.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Now here's Rose. Rose gets the bucket.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And the Bulls making a change here. Wilkins backing him down. Hudson. Here is Korver. Here is Korver. 5 on the clock. There's the bucket. Good. He's got 6. Here's Pippen. It's a 16-point game. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Gilmore goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Pass to Wilkins. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Outside Rose. Outside Pippen. Here's Jordan. Backs down. Clock at 4. Gilmore. It's blocked. And here's Wilkins. He's got 6. Here's Hudson. Tries to save it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. The Bulls making a switch here. Tries a 3 off the inbound. Kept alive. Mutombo misses. And here are the Bulls now. They trail by 16. Here's Jordan. And there's the rejection. Here is Korver. Pass to Hudson. Here is Korver. Wilkins with the ball. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Jordan. Stolen by Wilkins. Here's Hudson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Wilkins. Hudson buries it from three-point range.
And he is a persistent defender too, Steve. I mean, even if he gets caught behind on the break, he'll bust his behind to get back into the play and maybe come up with a block at the last second.
And here's Kukoc. Outside Pippen. Launches a three, and he gets it to go. He's got 5. Here's Hudson. Hit it. Here is Korver. Pass to Hudson. 6 on the shot clock. Hit it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And the Hawks making a change here. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Rose with the ball. He's got 10. Pass to Jordan. Back to Rose. Pippen. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
Simply need to just stay the course, Kevin. That's it.
It's been a good course so far.
Yep.
Hit it. 8 feet away. And he gets the bucket. 8 points for him.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Back to Jordan. Launches it. And that concludes the first half. Hawks on top. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Pete Maravich having a dominant impact in this one. Here's Hudson. Back to Wilkins. Right side Wilkins. Just 5 on the clock. Hit it. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. 10 points for him.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
Good.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Here's Hudson. Back to Mutombo. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's Hudson. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Now here's Pippen. Outside Rose. Pass to Rodman. Outside Pippen. And here's Rose. That one rolling around and rims out.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Hit it. Oh, that's blocked. Outside Jordan. Hangs. And he lays it up and in. 10 points for him.
The D was all over it, but they just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
Pass to Mutombo. Hudson. Here's Hudson. He's got 5. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. Here is Korver. Cans the shot from the lane.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them. Outside Pippen.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Well, he turned a high percentage shot into a low percentage shot by trying to go to the fadeaway. The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he burst to the hoop.
Clark, it would take a major comeback for them to get back into this game.
You know, the chances, Kevin, of that happening are extremely slim.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Jordan. Left side, Jordan. Outside, Pippen. Bangs home the trifecta. 11 points in the game.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Here's Hudson. Mutombo with the ball. He's got 10. Pass to Hudson. Shot clock at 6. Here is Porter. Headed. Tips it back in. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Outside Rose. Now Jordan. Backing down is Jordan. Fader on the way. Rebounded by Dikembe Mutombo. And Atlanta has possession. Here's Hudson. Back to Mutombo. Pass to Hudson. Clock at 6. Shot's good. 7 points in the game. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Outside Rose. Pass to Pippen. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Pippen. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Atlanta. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Corver. It's stolen by Rodman. Outside for Pippen. Rodman with the ball. Rodman in the post. Now here's Jordan. Left side Jordan. Blocked. Here is Corver. 8 points for him. Back to Mutombo. Here is Corver. Pass to Hudson. Wilkins with the ball. The fadeaway. Jordan with the rebound. Now here's Rose. Now here's Pippen. Outside Pippen. That's good. 13 points in the game. Atlanta with the ball. It's an 18-point lead. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. On defense, Chicago. They trail by 18. Outside Teague. Pass to Hudson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Hawks making a switch here. And here comes Armstrong. He's got 5. Pass to Love. Millsap's there. Fades. Another one falls for Chicago. Here's Teague. 16-point lead. Smith outside. Back to Teague. Six to shoot. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Drop back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over him.
Here is Armstrong. Back to Love. Pass to Buck. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the way up. He's got 7.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Here's Willis. Now Millsap. He's going up against Love. Back to Smith. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Shot clock at 5. Outside T. They grab their own miss. Millsap inside. And that one's good. Millsap.
You know, one other thing you have to appreciate when it comes to him is his skill on the low block. Terrific footwork, nice up and under fakes, and he's got a tremendously soft touch.
Here's Sloan. Sloan, shot is off.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
Now here's Teague. Pass to Smith. Here is Korver. Rebound by Butler.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Here's Sloan. They set the pick. Here's Sloan. Back to Butler. Pass to Armstrong. And the Bulls, another 3.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Here's Willis. Outside Teague. And here's Smith. Millsap left side. Shot from the low block. And too long on the shot. A challenging stretch here for Chicago. Here is Armstrong. He's got 8. Pass to Butler. Right side, Butler. And Chicago scoring again. And the Hawks with possession. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Outside Teague. Korver. Back to Teague. Six on the shot clock. Here's Smith. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Bulls making a change here. Outside Butler. Backs him down. Slow. And again, it's the Bulls from deep. Now here's Teague. Pass to Smith. Here is Korver. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He's got 10.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Now the Bulls with it. A 12-point game. Outside Butler. And here is Dang. Here's Sloan. Lays it up and banks it in.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Outside Teague. Pass to Willis. Back to Teague. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. There's the pick. Here's Sloan. Millsap with the steal. Shoots. Korver. Good. He's got 12. Here's Sloan. On deep. No good on the buzzer beater. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Hawks on top. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They trail by 14. Outside Butler. Pass to Love. Here's Sloan. Here's Sloan. And the 3 ball is good.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Now Rivers. Outside Maravich. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Rose with the ball. Pass to Butler. Now here's Noah. And here's Rose. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Love. Off the left rim and out. Here's Atlanta. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Now Horford. Back to Maravich. To the paint. And the layup is good.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
They set the pick. Outside Rose. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Outside Butler. Shot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Bulls making a switch here. Now Rivers. Outside Maravich. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. He lobs it up. Here is Korver. 5 to shoot. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
And here is Butler. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And he gets it to go. Now, here is Maravich. Pass to Rivers. Now Maravich. There's the screen. Right side Maravich. Korver, no luck.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Now here's Butler. Battles through traffic and lays it in. And the Hawks with possession here. They lead by 11. Outside Maravich. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. It's up a 3, and Kyle Korver gets the 3.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Now here's Rose. Pass to Kukoc. Just 5 on the clock. There's the 3. But they'll get another chance. Now here's Rudd. And so it's Atlanta with it. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. The Bulls making a switch here. Here is Korver. Pass to Horford. Here is Korver. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 20 points for him.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Here's Rose. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two.
You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
And the layup falls.
They're in the position they're in right now thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
There's the slam dunk to finish it off. Maravich with it. The kick out to Wilkins. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up in 12. Again, the Hawks score.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Here's Kukoc. Pass to Rose. Down low. Gilmore. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Outside, Maravich. Horford with it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And the Bulls making a change here. Pass to Rodman. To the middle. 6 to shoot. That's good. Here's Hudson. Outside Wilkins. 6 on the shot clock. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Now Pippen. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Pippen no good on the free throw. Here's Atlanta. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Hudson. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
That's really the area where they like all of their shots to come from.
And here's Rose.
Defensive foul.
And the Bulls tack on 2 more. Here is Korver. Got a piece of it. Here's Jordan. And that one is hammered home. Here is Korver. And the power Powerful one-handed slam. The Hawks leading. Pass to Hudson. Now here's Mutombo. Here's Hudson. There's a good screen. Here is Korver. Shot clock at 3. And it's out of bounds to the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Two on the clock. All alone. That's good on the jump shot. Now Rose. Left side Rose. No good.
You know, they built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
Here's Hudson. Pass to Wilkins. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Wilkins.
That free throw good from Wilkins. Both free throws good from Wilkins. Chicago calls timeout.
Coach can't be pleased with their inconsistency on the defensive glass. They've been caught taking pictures out there. They're watching, as opposed to getting in there and securing the orange.
Pass to Rose. Now Jordan. Back to Rose. Takes the 13-footer. That's good. Atlanta calls timeout. Here's Hudson. Pass to Wilkins. Second chance shot. And Mutombo finishes inside. Rose with the ball. And here is Jordan. Outside Jordan. Blocked. Here is Korver. Pass to Hudson. And here is Wilkins. In Atlanta again with the bucket. And here we go with Derrick Rose. Now Rodman. Jordan with it. Outside Rose. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. 20 points for him.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Here is Korver. Pass to Hudson. Rockets hits. And here's Pippen. Outside Rose. Now Jordan. Jordan inside. And the basket good. And so it's Atlanta with it. Here's Hudson. Here is Korver. Hit it. And the shot is good. Now here's Pippen. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Boy, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
Here is Maravich. Pass to Teague. And so it's the Hawks.